Okay, we'd like to welcome you to Wild Wednesday, but on Friday, actually live from Boise. We're at the Quilt Craft Sew Festival, and we are right now in Quilters Haven's booth. We're going to give you a little quick tour, just a quick tour, a tease.
Oh, a tease.
I know, Raylene's like, nope, we got to go to Villa Rosa. Okay, girls, we're heading to Villa Rosa, but we're going to come back here to Quilters Haven and just Notion. Okay, don't get, I have a black screen. Do you have a?
Okay.
Yeah, but this is what they're saying. Okay, girls, we're just checking a little bit of techie issues. It could be we don't have very good internet in this building. So we're just going to roll with it. Can you guys see us? Jessica says, I can hear my mom. I think that's Teresa's. Black screen. Are we supposed to be seeing something? Yes, you should be seeing us in all our glory.
And we're working on it.
We're working on it. Hang on a second. We're working on it. You know, we're not techie people. We're quilters, crafters, and sewers just like you. So one of these days we will figure out all this techie stuff. We need producers. Well, we have Ron. Here we go. It's always a different issue that we have. You just never. Oh, there we go. I got it. Oh, nope. That was yesterday's. Wait.
Can you see us now?
Yeah, can you see us now? Okay. All right, let's go.
All right.
Okay. We're going to try to not get you dizzy. Okay. We're showing you the show as we go. We're going to Villa Rosa. And Pat is at the far end.
That's a good place to start.
Yeah. So you can see kind of a little view of her booth here. Lots of fun stuff. Hey there. Hey Pat, I know that we have interviewed you on our Wild Wednesday Lives, but here we are in person, in the flesh. It's so exciting.
Yes.
So, I'm just going to turn it right over to you, and you can tell us I know you're famous for all of your great patterns, but tell us what has been the most popular this weekend.
This weekend it has been the Bohemia.
That's
which
absolutely
using the
beautiful.
ombres, it is, just striking with the shading and the color, and that has been our best-selling kit, best-selling pattern. I don't have fabrics by themselves just because the companies keep discontinuing things on me.
I know, it's horrible.
Just, trying to get that. But that has been a great one. We love our Australians, and the weave here in Australia using 10 or 12 fat quarters has caught a lot of eyes,
yes,
too.
That is very striking. And a lot of people buy the Aboriginal fabrics and then they don't know what to do with them. But that is a perfect use of it, ladies.
Just a little break in it with the little spacer, the little, bold highlight there. And our sweet little quilts on either side. The brickwork, great 10 fat quarter pattern. We keep using it every time we get a group, particularly from Art Gallery. Art Gallery does some nice 10 and 12
yes, I love Art Gallery
collections. And they work out so well in the brickwork. I like the rectangular shape. I think it shows off the prints well. It shows off the prints upright well. So this has been another terrific one for us.
And Gretchen says she has several of the Villa Rosa patterns. They are great and easy to follow. We always love to hear from you girls.
That's great. Appreciate that. So again, more Australian with our running dough designer. I've done a lot of the patterns myself over the years. The ones with the roses in the corners are my patterns. And then I have other designers working with me. Running Dough, Catherine from Running Dough Quilts has been terrific for us. She has designed some really wonderful modern winning quilts.
So the ones that she designs, they have the little deer on it.
Absolutely.
That's perfect.
Right.
So there's a little way for you girls to know if you have a favorite designer, although they're all great. But if you have a favorite designer, oh, I have that butterfly panel. That's a great use of that.
Isn't that fun?
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody thinks this is applique. Somebody, I showed her the pattern and she said, "But where's the butterfly?"
Right.
And the original pattern had the elephants. I had the same thing. Where's the elephant pattern?
Right.
But it is a terrific way. You can sub out a panel here, or just some terrific pattern. And my gal did a combination of both. This is one of a panel,
Beautiful.
and then just one of the coordinates.
Yeah.
For that
Perfect
spacer.
use of that fabric. And a lot of times you get kind of those long, skinny panels, and you're not sure how to build them up to make them a nice size.
Right.
That's a
And
great.
then 6 fat quarters on top of that.
Right.
So easy one to pick and choose for. Yeah.
I love the vibrance of that one. It's
Isn't
just
this
so
amazing?
vibrant.
This is ombre. This is Melissa Milligan, another one of my designers. Her mom over there at the other end that we're going to meet, Melissa and Mom are a pattern company unto themselves, but Melissa designs for me as well. The more simple things to use here. This is that ombre fabric, and I'll see if I can find a scrap of it here. I cut most of it up in quilts, or kits rather, but I did have a couple scraps. The ombre fabric, of course. This is Hoffman's
Yes.
backsplash.
That is
Oh my gosh.
gorgeous.
Isn't that
I get
amazing?
it now. I see why
Yeah,
it's so
I've
big
got to
and
get on the
so-
phone and reorder this
Yes.
now.
Yeah, because
But-
I'm going to be ordering some from you, so
Yeah,
you have to get
yeah.
more.
And so you just pair it up with a black background. We
Oh,
chose the
yeah.
Hoffman Raven of their watercolors because
That's
it's
gorgeous.
a wonderful good black. You sew strip sets together, chop them apart, and keep each chop in a stack.
Mhm.
Then it becomes the rows going this way.
Right. There you
That's
go.
so cool.
Perfect.
And it just glows. I
Yes.
think this latest backsplash of Hoffman's
Yes.
is terrific.
Yep.
So that's
And
been
I don't
another
get excited
one.
about fabric like you guys do sometimes,
Right.
just because
Mhm.
I never get to use it. But that one makes me happy.
yes.
Right,
Yes.
right.
For sure.
And again, all of our patterns, we've got, I think the latest count is close to 400.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
a lot to keep track of.
It is a lot to
Yes.
keep track of. I'm at the point where I can't tell everybody what my pattern names are anymore.
Right.
But with the new young designers working with me, it has made a huge difference.
For sure.
Everybody's got a different eye, a different flavor, different look.
Mhm.
Melissa tends to take more traditional patterns and make them feel more modern and fun. And Running Joe, she does a lot of theme things. She's done some fabulous holiday patterns, including Wandering Over Here.
And then my eye always goes to
The
vibrance.
model didn't make it to the show, but the Liberty pattern
Oh.
has been terrific.
Yes.
Oh, I love
And
that.
the kits for that.
And what size quilt does that make?
That makes about a 50 by 70-ish.
Perfect. That's
Yeah.
great. I love that.
And so that's been a great. There's a lot of great holiday fabrics. This happens to be one of the Riley Blake's Land of Liberty, I believe.
And
I get-
Cheryl Berry says she loves you. She's
Yeah.
known you for 30 years.
Yep, she has.
We love all you fans that tune in.
No kidding. So, and then we are doing more and more with panels. So we brought some of our panels here. We're coming up with more panel patterns that have been a big hit. The panel kits didn't make it because, again, a lot of my reorders are being held up.
I know. We have the same problem.
Yes. The basics have been hard to get back in.
Right. Oh my gosh, if you guys need a Christmas panel, this is hilarious. I might have to buy it just for the goat.
Yes.
But look at the little sayings.
Aren't they
That
great?
is
Yeah, that was
hilarious.
last year's. I just have a few of those left.
So if
And
you
I've got to
guys-
save one for me because my son is a punster.
So you might need to get one now because
Yeah,
it's
but
like
it's gonna
the
go away. Yeah.
So if you guys need one of those happy holidays,
Yeah.
you know what to do.
But yeah, do love Tommy Haley's work and her sense of humor.
Yeah, I know this love that Christmas one, right? Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. It has some great quotes too. Here we are talking about things that nobody can get again.
I know.
So this corner, this is the Melissa and Mom corner. You saw Melissa over there with ombre quilt patterns, and this is Mom Eileen.
Hi, Mom.
And they work together with their own pattern line.
But
and they've got
that's
samples of
absolutely fabulous with the Aboriginal fabrics, girls.
Yeah.
But even if you did Cape Bassett, he's got the big prints and you don't always know what to do with them, but you could do it. It would set really, really slick in these
She's
patterns.
fabulous.
I want to do Cape. I want to do
Yes.
a Cape thing. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, we sent her home with the Australians because we carry all of
Right,
the Australians.
right.
And then we
But sometimes it's hard to find a pattern that is really good for the bigger prints. Yeah. Yeah, those are fabulous. Yeah. I'm going to have to come back and order some patterns. I can already see that.
Yeah. So Eileen's been staffing this end of it. Eileen and I were college roommates. We
I
were
was gonna say-
textiles majors together at UC Davis.
We lived together
Yeah.
1975, 76.
Wow, you girls go way
Don't
back.
giving away our age now.
No dating, but I didn't
Yeah.
say which year of college it was.
It said that. Yeah.
Okay,
we
and
go back
are
a
you
long
going to be
ways.
at the Reno Quilt Show?
No, I will not.
Okay, girls, she will not be at the Reno Quilt Show, but if you know what you need, let me know and we'll order it and we'll have it there.
That's right.
And her website's scrolling on the bottom, so you guys can find her easy.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
All your quilts are so pretty and
Thank
nice
you.
seeing you all. So really
Yeah.
and truly, if you want easy patterns, like I kind of call these the down and dirty, quick and easy patterns.
Yep.
And they're great for offsetting panels and just
Great
anything.
giveaways.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Awesome.
Yep.
perfect.
So, yeah, and we do fat quarters like crazy. So we've got our fat quarters bundles featured here at the show.
She's just tossing them around.
Tossing them around. We've got them in all our weekly newsletters and our Facebook Live.
So you have a weekly newsletter that they can go to your website and sign up for.
right, in our Friday Facebook Live.
And then you can also find her, you can always find the vendors that we're interviewing really
Yes.
easily on the Quilt Craft Sew Mall website.
The mall,
Yeah.
the parking is always free.
True story.
Cool.
Alrighty.
So,
Thank you,
thank
Pat.
you ladies for stopping by.
All right.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll see
All
you
that you're
soon.
doing.
Guys, yeah, we'll get her scheduled
We'll
on
see
the
you in
show
Oklahoma
again soon.
City and-
Yes, we will, and we'll give you another peek at Oklahoma City show.
Right.
Perfect.
Sounds great.
Thanks, Pat.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Where are we off to
We
next?
are going to go and visit Eclipse Quilter.
Okay.
Yeah, we really tried to do better with where everybody was at in the building today, but it just kind of didn't work out.
Good plans never
Yeah.
go as they're supposed to.
Didn't have all of our steps in yesterday.
Oh my gosh. When I was packing, I got 9,800 steps in on Monday.
Oh my
Just
goodness!
packing
Just
the van.
packing the
It's
van.
ridiculous. Who
Oh
needs
my
to go on a
goodness.
5-mile hike? Just load for a show.
Exactly. Well, here we are.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
This
So-
is Ruth.
With Eclipse Quilter, and she's going to tell us she's got a brand new product that's just hitting the market, right?
Yes, it is our encoder box. And here it is. Let me, it needs to be.
So where are you out of, Ruth?
There we go. So our encoder box is a digital camera, and it slides along with the carriage. There's two of them. There's this one, and then there's one underneath on the bottom of this carriage. And it glides along this ribbon that is very, very unique. That nobody has this. It is a patented new product that is out just this year. And it replaces the old encoder, which comes on all long arm machines, which would be something like this.
And the encoder, for those who don't have long arms, the encoder is a stitch regulator, right?
Yes. And so it would replace the old encoder with where it stays clean, and it eliminates all those dust problems that you get from a quilt because of all the lint.
Right.
So that's one of the advantages. And then it's a digital camera. It's just a much advanced encoder that doesn't have a lot of the problems that other long arms have with their encoders, and it works on any encoder. So it's just really fantastic. It's been a really fun product to start getting out and get word about. Yeah, because it's gonna be it's a great seller, and sometimes people, if they have to replace their encoder, this encoder price isn't going to be any more than what they would replace an old style, get new encoders with.
Right. So do you want to tell us a little bit about the machine itself? For those of you, I've got Cheryl Berry on here who says she so wants an Eclipse quilter.
Yes.
And then Nicole says, I second your want, Cheryl.
Yes, this is the Varsity machine.
Yes, Lynn, you need to buy me one of those thingies.
Yes, it's an 18-inch Varsity long arm quilter. It's a great machine, works wonderfully well. And we also have our Eclipse quilter, which is a 20-inch. That's been our best seller, is the Eclipse. And it goes on a 10-foot frame, a 12-foot frame. This can be on a 10-foot frame, 12-foot frame. Also, obviously, on this cute little cutie frame that is new to the market also. Both of them work fantastic, and we've just enjoyed being able to back them. And my husband would be here enjoying the show, but many of you might know he had knee surgery. So I am here along with our youngest daughter, Taylor.
Hi, Taylor.
And us girls are having a great time. It's kind of fun to come without him.
I was just thinking, we miss him and all, but we can do without him just fine, I mean,
We survived.
you guys are doing good.
He's at home. He can still take the phone call.
Yep.
Right.
Well, we hope he gets better soon.
Yeah.
And Nicole would like to know, do you have a price? I'm sure they're all different prices, girls.
Yes. So the Varsity machine, the machine alone is $3,200. That's a great price for a long arm machine. And of course, often we bundle it with the frame, a 10-foot frame. It would sell for $49, and the Eclipse would sell for $59 on a 10-foot frame with the frame included.
Right. So very, very reasonably priced. And do you deliver them and set them up for them?
Either we do or a dealer, but there's also many websites of where they can see how to set them up, and we could just ship it to them and they can set them up also.
Okay.
Yeah. And with the cutie frame, this package here is just under $3,900.
Okay.
So
very affordable, girls. That's like the price you're paying for your regular sewing machines.
Yeah, nowadays.
Yeah, long arms have really kind of come down in price.
And the
we
cutie
always
frames.
try to keep it low in price. That's been one of our signatures, is that we have tried to keep the price in a range that is affordable.
Right.
I've been so excited about the cutie frame because it's, not everybody has room for a big old huge gigantic.
Yeah.
And you've still got so much room on them.
Yeah. And the fun thing is you can take the cutie frame and store it under a bed.
Yes.
And it sits on a lifetime table that you can fold up and set that aside.
Right.
So it really has
It's very portable.
It's very affordable and very versatile.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Nicole says she's selling her house soon, so she'll be able to afford it. All right, girls. Thank you, Judy, for sharing with your sewing group. We always love it when you share with your friends. All right, Ruth. Thank you so much for sharing and educating us on this.
Yeah.
And your website is scrolling across the bottom. So if you ladies have any questions, you can always go to our website and call her. Her husband's at home waiting by the phone.
Yeah. And also one little side note, kind of like my little personal business has been selling these little, they're feed sack bags.
Perfect. Look at how cute those, and they're lined with fabric, girls.
Yeah, they're lined with just a really fun fabric.
They do not smell like feet anymore.
No, they've been cleaned and washed, and they're these beautiful bags that would have gotten thrown away that we've been able to recycle. and just make into just fun bags.
Right,
So,
and $25 is a good price. So if you girls, if any of my regulars see anything they love here, just let me know and I'll pick it up and bring it home to you.
yeah, this has just been really a fun project for
Right.
us.
Perfect. Kept you out of the bars and off the streets. Oh my gosh. If Phyllis is watching, Phyllis, you might need this one. All right. Look at, we've got people from Arizona and Wisconsin. Okay. Roll call. Where are you girls from? We've got Soledad from Arizona. I don't. Bunch from California. Ton from California.
I'm not sure what that says about you, sir.
And Nevada.
That's why I was
Rosie
walking away,
says she
man.
just purchased 4 years of insurance for her 3 machines. Wish she had more room for one more of those. All right, girls. Let us know where you're from. We're gonna walk to the next vendor. All right, who's next?
Fiberworks.
Okay, all right, thank you. We'll see you soon. Okay, we're gonna
Fiberworks.
Fiberworks from Montana, Laura Heine. You guys love her collages. We've got Donna from Colorado, Jane from Kentucky. Kathleen loves the bags with the horses. She's from Southern California.
Awesome.
Thank you. Colorado, Southern California, Long Beach, California. And here we are at Fiberworks. How are you, Glinda?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Well, we're going to do a quick demo. We'll try not to put you on the spot too much, but we're not really good at that because we have no filter and we just ask what we think. So, do you have, what was your best-selling pattern this weekend? For those at home, and for those of you that are in Kansas and Wisconsin and all over the place, you can definitely go to Fiberworks website, which is scrolling across the bottom, and order anything you see here.
Okay, today I think we've done really well with Indy, the little llama over there.
The little what?
The llama.
Oh. Oh, okay.
And we've also sold out of the jellyfish.
Oh, fun.
We still have some patterns available.
Okay.
And guys, remember, you need to allow a week or so if you place orders with any of our vendors that have been on the show, because they are on the road, so they got to get home before they can send out those orders. So
It's
just be
super.
patient.
Yeah, it's super hard to ship stuff from the road. Oh, super fun. So these are some bigger collages on this wall.
Colorful.
And if you go to the website, there's even more that aren't hanging up. Oh, that's a super fun sampler. So even if you don't want to put them all together, you could just use the applique designs and make quilts of your favorites, or super fun grasshopper. Who doesn't need a grasshopper? And then here's fun, smaller projects. I know some of you girls need something smaller because you're running out of wall space for the big projects. So there's lots of fun, new, smaller projects that Laura's come out with. Yeah. Oh, look at. And these ones have been put onto the painter's canvas, but they have been quilted. Super great way to display them. Who doesn't need a wine glass?
My book can take you through additional step-by-step techniques.
The
on how to
hummingbird is
create kind of a
fabulous.
glass quilt as
That's
well.
very cute.
Thank you for watching this how-to
Okay, wait, let's see if
video.
we have any comments.
If you
Sorry, I
like
was
it,
too
please feel free to
distracted
share it with
looking.
your friends. Tag us on Instagram and Facebook. We
Oh,
post
Lynn
these.
Jenkins says
We'd love to see
poodles.
them.
Hey, Lynn, who
See you
doesn't
next
need a few
time with
poodles
new
in their
ideas
house?
and inspiration.
Yes, Lynn, they're all collage. Everything in this booth is collage. Oh my gosh, look at the ladybug there with her little high heels on. says, love her work. These are beautiful. Hi, Sue. Okay, girls. Let's see. All right, any other words of wisdom you want to give us? You want to tell us how easy collaging is?
It's fun. Make it fun. Don't make it hard.
It's super fun and it's addictive. I'll tell you,
Yes.
it's addictive.
It is addictive.
If you do one, you're going to do 3.
Yeah. You are.
True story.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in, you guys.
All right, have a great show. Are they on sale? Everything's on sale, Sue. If you girls see something that you want, let me know. Otherwise, you can go to I don't know, I can't see that small, but it's scrolling across your screen. This is the Quilting Cowboy. Have you guys ever met the Quilting Cowboy? He's out of Palm Springs. Super handsome. This is all of his fabric. I love it. Oh, the gingerbread. You know what? I see the patterns, but they're so cute in person. Yeah, look at all the detail. Look at the little snowman there and a little angel in the window.
I think that's a Santa Claus.
Oh yeah, sorry, Santa Claus, snowman, whatever. I haven't been drinking yet, girls.
Can you tell we're tired?
Yeah. Look at the little mouse on it. It's like a little table with candy cane legs. Gosh, your creativity is amazing. This booth is definitely a visual treat.
It's eye candy.
Yes. Okay, girls, so we're just showing you a little glimpse of how fun the shows are. So even if they're a little bit out of your way, you got to drive a little bit. We're doing shows all over. We're going to be in Arizona, Oklahoma,
California, Colorado.
Right. But even if you have to hop on a plane with a girlfriend and go for a girls' weekend, it's worth it. It's a fun getaway. And it's endless inspiration.
Oh, yeah?
So don't just wish, just do it. Okay, are we to you already? Okay. Did we miss anybody? That was 3, 2, 3. Okay. All right, I'm going to take the camera, so it's probably going to be wiggly, girls. And Raylene from Quilters Haven and Just Notions is going to give us a demo and a tour of her booth. So if you have any questions, let us know.
So guys, I know I've shown you this on the regular Wednesday show, but I know we have a lot of new viewers that have joined us since we did it. So I'm going to just do a real quick Reader's Digest version for those of you not familiar with less than traditional. So what we're doing is quick and easy circle quilts that are easy enough for a beginner. So it comes in 4 different sizes, depending on your project, but I'm going to show today on the large size. So the first thing we're going to do is take a square of our top fabric. We're going to put that face down on the table, and then we're going to take our circle template. Now these are not acrylic because we're not cutting circles. These are for marking our sewing line, and our seam allowance is included. So we're going to go all the way around that. Next, the pattern tells us to cut a slit inside the circle. So let me get this turned around on the right way here. I'm going to take my ruler, you see this partial circle, and I'm going to put that on the circle I marked, and then I can use my rotary cutter to quickly put that slit exactly where it needs to be. Now I'm going to put this aside, then I'm going to take a square of my batting. And on this quilt, the batting must be super thin and lightweight. The only thing we use is Thermore by Hobbs Bonded Fibers. So we're going to put a square of our batting, then a square of our back fabric right side up, and that one we marked in slit is going to go right side down because we want our right sides together. We're going to put a few pins in to hold it and then sew right on top of that line all the way around. Next, we need to trim our circle out, leaving just a scant 1/4 inch. So we're going to use our cutting arc. This dotted line is our scant 1/4. So when I put that on the seam line that I just sewed, I can use my rotary cutter and trim that out quick and easy by moving my arc 3 times around that circle. Once I trim it out, now I have this, and you see the slit was needed to turn our circles right side out. Once we turn it right side out, it is going to have a tendency to want to roll back inside itself. So we're going to take our little purple thing that everybody needs and should have. And I'm gonna use the curved edge. I'm gonna stick my hand back in the slot and push that seam out. Just run that along the seam a couple of times. Next is the one and only step that we do by hand on our quilt. And you don't want to leave this step out. Remember, we've been doing this technique since 1979. So you have to trust me. We've already left out everything that you can get by leaving out. So you don't want to leave this quick and easy step out. But what we're going to do, take our fingers, roll those fabrics back and forth to make sure that that seam is turned out all the way. And as we do that, we're going to hand baste along the edge to hold that circle turned out and in place. So we're just going to roll back and forth, put in 3 or 4 stitches, roll a little, put in 3 or 4 stitches. Now, don't knot your thread on your basting threads. Just single thread, leave a couple inch tail at the beginning and end because it's going to make it a lot easier to take that out later. And that's not coming out until the project's done. It's going to stay until the end. So to make our quilt easy to handle, we work in units of 4 of these circles. So I have 4 circles turned and basted. I'm ready to put them together. So I'm going to take 1 circle, I'm going to put that down, and now I'm going to grab my square. This is going to fit right inside my finished turned and basted circle. So I'm going to put that right in the center, and then on the side that has our slit, we're simply going to mark along the template for our next sewing line. So now I'm going to pick this up by the slit, pick a second one up by the slit, and put those back to back. I want to make sure those slits are as close as they can get to on top of each other. So I just kind of flip it back and forth, scoot it with my fingers. Then I'm going to pin it just like the pattern shows me to pin it. And then I'll be ready to sew right on that line all the way across. Once I sew on that line and I open these 2 pieces up, you're already going to see our pattern starting to form. And there it is. But notice that slit is buried under the flap. So we don't have to close that up because it's going to be hidden forever. So now I'm going to make another one just like that so that I have 2 units of 2 circles, 2 units of 2. So here's my 2 units of 2. I'm going to take one of those, put that on the table, and now I'm going to grab my ruler again. I'm going to find the center line on the ruler and line that up on that center seam line between our 2 circles. I'm going to push the ruler out so it's a tiny bit past the center point, and there's a little line on the ruler to help me find that. I'm going to double check I'm still right on that center seam line, and now I'm just simply going to mark along the edge of the ruler across both circles for my next sewing line. Now I'm going to put those 2 back to back. I'm going to line those up. I'm going to pin them just like the pattern shows, and then I'll be ready to sew on that line. Now, remember, just now when we marked that line, we were marking it just a little bit past that center point because that's where we need to sew. You're probably going to feel like you have a stitch kind of hanging in the air between those 2 circles, but that's okay. It's not going to show. But what we will do is start on the end, back stitch to tie it off. We're going to sew across. We're going to stop about 1 inch past the center. We're going to back stitch back about 1 inch past center and then come back all the way to the end and back stitch to tie it off. Now when I open it up, you really see that less than traditional pattern popping out. Our last step on this section is just to pin those flaps down, and then it's just one continuous line of sewing right on the sewing machine to sew the flaps down. If I stop right now and I never work on this again, no more unfinished projects because there's no binding on this. So even if I stop right now, I have a completed centerpiece for the table or a wall hanging. Now, this was just the most basic thing, 2 colors, light and a dark. But I can get 3 quilts out of these 2 fabrics. So on this one, our dark fabric was on top, but here it is when we just reversed the fabrics and the light was on the top. We get a whole different look. But the whole idea behind less than traditional is easier ways of doing old traditional patterns. So back at the beginning, when I marked my circle and cut the slit, if I did 2 on the light and 2 on the dark, and then I picked them up back to back, a light to a dark, that's going to give me the old traditional pattern, orange peel or robbing Peter to pay Paul, without doing all the piecing the traditional pattern required. So those were all very simple, just 1 fabric of dark, 1 of light, nothing fancy. But if you want to get a little fancier, you can do something this simple. This is just a simple 4 patch block, and this is for our small set, which starts with an 8-inch square. If I make this the back fabric and the top fabric that we mark the circle and slit is just a plain muslin, that is going to get us our most popular pattern called Got Scraps. Now, whenever you piece the block that goes on the back, you get a special surprise. You guys ready to see the surprise?
Of course, we're always ready.
All right, here's the back of the quilt.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
And we never cut or sewed a triangle. We got the triangles when those flaps went around to the front of the quilt. So we get a reversible quilt by simply making this one variation. So all of our different circle patterns and everything are all done the same way I just demoed. The difference is just either the top block or the bottom block is different, but they all go together the same way. So the way we sell it, for those of you that haven't seen us do this on the show before, is we start with a starter kit, which gives you the templates, the instructions, written directions and diagrams, your ruler, your trimming arc. Each of the 4 sizes has a kit. This is the large. Because we're the manufacturer, we're able to keep the prices down. Our goal with Less Than Traditional is we want anybody who wants to do this to be able to do this. So our large kit with all those tools, templates, and instructions is only $35. And the prices on the kits go down from there. And then we have our Super Show special that we also do on the website where you get all 4 size kits for $99. And all these things are the same price on our website as at the shows. You know, we want to make it easy for you because we know not everybody can jump on a plane and come to the shows.
Girls, we might have to talk to her about doing a Zoom class.
Maybe we could work something like that out. So I really am anxious to have you guys see the booth because, you know, we're known for Less Than Traditional, but we're also known as the Notions vendor. We carry over 500 notions all over in the back of the van to get them to you. And I've always been a gadget freak, but I have a motto. It's got to be a useful gadget. I've always told my customers, when something new comes in, I'm going to order it. And if I think it's stupid, then you're not going to buy it from me because I'm not going to carry it. Because, you know, over the years, in all honesty, I've been doing this for, 38 years. So over the years, a lot of notions have come out, but a lot of times they're just a copy of something we already have. And I would rather you spend your money on things you're going to use than something you think you have to have. So if that makes any sense. So as we come through the booth, you can see some of the many, many notions that we have. And probably, Beth keeps asking everybody, what's popular?
Right. Well, wait, I have to show you this. Look at the daisies. That is adorable.
And that's using our technique. And then we have an add-on book called Flowers and More, or Flowers and Other Things.
And here it is as a point setup.
So you can do any flower for any
cute
season.
She is not going to be in Reno because she's going to be in Oklahoma City. I know everybody's being torn apart. It's so
I know
sad.
we can't be in 2 places at once. Nobody wanted us anywhere for a whole year. Now everybody wants us at the same time. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that we do carry a lot of notions. I mean, during the last year, something that's certainly been super popular were the bias tape makers. We could not keep them. We couldn't even get them for a couple months. Everybody was using those for the strings for their masks and stuff. But it's a great tool to have when you're binding your quilts. And some of the other cool things we have, this has been really super popular. And if you look up there, you can see everything in it. We call it Scrap Box Fun. And it's for making 5-inch, I don't know why this little one's here, but for making just 5-inch traditional scrap blocks to be able to use up all your little scraps. So the box itself comes with all the templates you saw on the frame, and then there's also ideas for 50 different designs. They're just line drawings that you can follow, but every line drawing will tell you which templates you need, and they're all numbered. So it's really easy to find the template you need for the designs you like.
Have the pattern inside the...
Well, what it's giving you, let me open one and show you. It's giving you what we call the line drawings. So it's got a whole bunch of like this. So if you like this design, it will tell you which templates. And then, we did them in color because we thought it was a little bit easier for people to kind of see how it went together. But I believe there's 50 different designs in the box. And you're getting the 28 templates along with that for $34.99. So it's a great deal.
Good price.
This is another really fun product. Some of you guys may have seen this before. This was made by Quilter Slide Lock, who have now retired from the road. And because we made some of their tools, they had asked if we wanted to continue to make these when they were retiring. And they were such a good product. But basically what it is when you're squaring up your small blocks, you've got a nice handle to hold on to, but it has this gripper tape on the bottom. So as you're trimming, especially if you're on your rotating mat, you can hold it without it scooting around. So you just trim off 4 sides quick and easy. And the box comes with a 2.5, 3.5, and a 4.5 inch. And they're $21.99. Again, all this is on our website. And then of course we really have done quite well with the little steam fast iron. And of course, we all love our wool pressing mats, and we've done really well with those. This weekend we've done really well. But if you haven't used the wool pressing mats before, you will love them. Give them a try. Even if you just get the smaller one to try it out, the little 8.5 inch. They come in 8.5, 13.5, 17.5, and I usually also even have like an 11 by 17 that I'm sold out of. But we'll have that back in on the website soon. So, and then we carry all the different colonial under thimbles and the replacement pads for those. And then like most of everybody, we carry a few of the Bone Ash items. Of course, she's been on our show. And we just like to have a big variety because we know that shops can't put all their money in notions. They've got to have fabric.
And it's hard to keep track of it.
It's very hard.
Display it. It's hard to organize it. It's just hard to reorder it. It's so hard.
And my being a 30-year retail manager, this is right up my alley. This is totally my wheelhouse, is all this little stuff. And I love fussing with it and filling and stocking and ordering and all that. But because we don't have to put our money into fabric, we're able to have a big variety of notions. So. And another fun, I love the peels. I think I might have shown these on the show one day. And so instead of having your little threads hanging all over on your spool, you just wrap that little rubber piece around it and it keeps them from unwinding.
She might be a little bit OCD. I don't know.
I'm totally OCD, big time.
Yeah.
Big
I'm
time.
so not.
And so is Ron. We're both OCD, but the one thing that's really cool is our crazies are different.
Yeah.
So our crazies don't bang into each other,
Perfect.
which really makes it nice.
Yes.
And then of course we carry.
That's probably why they're still married.
Yeah, exactly. We carry all the Schmetz needles, the chromes, the super non-sticks, and all the different Schmetz that you need. I mean, hopefully we would have anything a quilter would need. And I always tell everybody, if I don't have it, I can get it. But if I can't get it, you don't really need it. So,
well, there you go.
And of course, all the hand needles, milliners, applique, quilting, betweens. We carry, tapestry, cross stitch, darners. I mean, all this stuff, again, is all on the website. And our webmaster, Ruthie, who's amazing, has really done a good job of breaking down our needle category. So you don't have to go through 10,000 needles on the website looking for the specifics that you want. And then I guess the last thing I just wanted to share.
And there's Ron, her other half.
He's over there running the show.
Yeah. Busy working. Look at a testimonial here. It's amazing.
Keeps your bobbins from getting all unwound. Keeps them nice and organized. And the package comes with the chain. So if you're going to a class or you're traveling and you just want to take 3 or 4 bobbins, you just put them on the chain, throw them in your sewing basket, and they're not going to get tangled out. 12 in a package, $8.99. And of course, the other thing that we're known for is we are a manufacturer of acrylic rulers. We sell all the different sizes. We start at a 3-inch, and we can actually do 2 and 2.5 as well. But we bring 3-inch and every 1/2 inch, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, all the way up to 13.5 inch. And then and of course we have different rulers. We have 13-inch, 16-inch, 24-inch rulers, all the big squares. But lately our most popular, and I don't know why all of a sudden this has gone kind of nuts again, maybe just because we repackaged everything and it makes it look like it's new and it's pretty or whatever, but we do have all the different nesting tools. And the advantage to the nesting tools, if you don't have a lot of room, but you want a lot of different sizes, because you're getting all these different sizes in one package, and then they just stack back inside. You put it back in the Ziploc bag and throw it in wherever, your drawer, your sewing basket, your tote, whatever you use.
So for those of us that don't know what a nesting template is, why would I get a star like this? What do I do with it? What does it make?
Well, so if you're going to applique stars.
Okay.
But what's nice about these, besides just quilting and applique, is scrapbooking.
Oh.
Anytime you want to scrapbook and you need to cut an oval, or you need to cut a square or a star, they're great for fussy cutting. If you want to do a fussy cut in a heart design instead of just a square. So these are those products that your imagination can go crazy with them. But of course, first of all, it's just being able to cut your pieces to be able to do hexagons or
Right.
octagons or circles or diamonds
Right.
or whatever. So there you
All
kind
right.
of got to see a little bit more of what we sell at Quilters Haven.
Perfect. What do we have over on this table?
Well, this is my,
More
nor-
notions,
well,
girls. More notions.
normally at the shows, I teach 2 classes every day, and my classes really, they do not only lesson traditional, but I share my favorite notions. So this is my favorite notions table.
Okay.
So this is where I bring everybody after class to buy everything I showed them. So, my favorite marking tool, the Bowen Mechanical Chalk Pencil, non-oil based ceramic chalk, and it erases out with the fabric eraser on the end of the pencil. They come with white leads. You get a pack of green refills, and you got all your light and darks covered. They last forever. They're fantastic. They're my favorite. Another really fun favorite thing of mine is my zinger. I keep my purple
She's got quite a
thing.
bit on there.
I've got my little ruler. I've got my little finger light, so when I need a little light right where I'm working. And at home, I have my little scissors for thread snipping. Now, earlier today, someone asked me, they go, you should put scissors on there. Well, I used to have them on here, but when I would get under the tables to restock, I kept stabbing myself. So
Yeah.
I figured, I'm going to have open heart surgery if I don't stop doing that.
Right.
So, and then another real favorite, and by the way, the little zinger that I have all these tools on is only $4.95. This is a great thing.
Right.
And like she mentioned earlier, I'm a little OCD and I'm a little hyper. So when the shows are slow, I will stand here doing this like for hours
You
on
might
end.
need a fidget spinner on your nail or
I'm
something.
thinking, but you know what's cool about this? I've had the same one for over 2 years.
Oh, and it has
I should have broke it 150 times.
Yeah.
And so for $4.95, it's a great value. And then last, let me just show you this little guy, my favorite little needle threader, the Needle Beetle. When you push the button up, the light comes on.
It's got a light.
Well, you know what? And this one, it's in the package. Let me get it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just in the package weird, so I couldn't get the light all the way on. But it has your threading wire and the light shining right on the eye of the needle.
Oh my gosh.
And then you pull the button back down, and the wire goes inside to protect it, and the light goes out. And they're only $4.49. They come in yellow. Where's well, there's one. They come in pink, yellow, or orange, and they make really great little stocking stuffers and gifts. And then, of course, these have been out for a bajillion years. Our magnetic pin wands. This will pick pins up off the floor or carpet. This little thing will hold 2 boxes of spilled pins. These sell in most stores for $4.99, but I buy them direct from the manufacturer. And a couple of years ago, I called her and I said, look, is there any way I could buy those in bulk? Would I be able to give my customers a better price? And she says, Raylene, we would rather you buy them that way. So by not buying them in a package that you're going to throw in the trash when you get home, instead of $4.99, they're $1.99. So that's what you were paying for.
Yeah.
And they come in purple or yellow. So can't beat those. So
Perfect. Okay. So we are not going to be on again until Wednesday. I know, so sad. We're not coming to you tomorrow because we're going to be busy tearing this all down and packing it up and getting ready for the long
But
drive
we've got a
home.
great show for next Wednesday. And because we've been on the road, I've been a little slow getting the post up with who's going to be demoing, but I will be doing that on Monday once we get home and get the laundry going. So look for that on Monday because, again, we have a terrific show and we'll be kind of back to studio shows for the next couple of weeks. So, and I promise, like I said yesterday, I do promise that we'll do some extra door prizes this week since we couldn't do it here.
Perfect. All right.
I think that's it. I think we're out.
Okay. All right, girls and gentlemen. We'll see you soon. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Be creative. Do some fun things.